So today I almost cried at work. And it happened while I was providing spiritual care to a group of children in our inpatient psych unit. This is one of the things that I get to do during my PRN hospital shifts. And honestly, it has become one of the most fulfilling parts of my work. Because when I walk into that room, I don't treat them like they're, just kids. I respect them the same way I would respect a room full of adults. I don't assume what they believe. I don't assume that they believe in God. And I certainly don't walk in there trying to convert anybody, okay? That's not what chaplaincy is. We know that. But I also know I got some newbie chaplains who are following me. So, got to be clear. So when I facilitate these groups, I keep the lesson broad enough that everybody can participate. So we'll talk about things that are age appropriate because they're adolescents. So we'll talk about hope, identity, meaning, values. How do you deal with disappointment? How you hold on to yourself when life feels completely out of control? Things like that. And then I let them decide what that means for them. But today something special happened to me as a Christian. When we got to the end of our group, I asked if there was anything else they needed from me. And one of the kids asked me to pray for them. Then another one did. And another one. Until every child in that room had asked me to pray for them. And y'all, that almost took me out. Because I know we talk a lot in professional chaplaincy about not proselytizing. And we shouldn't. Let me be clear. Don't come for me. My job isn't to walk into somebody's room and impose my faith on them. But being patient-led doesn't mean we have to be afraid of faith either. If a patient asks me to pray, I can pray. If they want to talk about God, we can talk about God. And if they don't believe in God at all, I can sit with them too. That's the work. But today, there was something about these children. Children who are going through enough that they're receiving inpatient psych care. It is something so sacred and so beautiful because underneath that request, I heard something deeper. So it wasn't just about the prayer. It was about, do you see me? Do I matter? Can somebody else hold hope for me right now? And I had the privilege of saying, yes. Yes, I see you. Yes, you matter. And if you're asking me to remind you that you are seen and known and loved by God, baby, I can absolutely do that. And here's the funny part. That's not even why I started working PRN at this hospital. Earlier this year, I picked up PRN shifts because my old hospice chaplain's position wasn't paying enough to support your girl's lifestyle. Now, that's just the truth. Ministry is wonderful, but you know what? I kind of got a hunkering for expensive bags, handbags. But there was also another reason. I've invested a lot of money and time into my clinical education. Y'all know I'm working on my doctorate at Vanderbilt. I'm just finishing up my 4 units of CPE. I'm continually studying spiritual assessments and evidence-based interventions. And it's not just because I want credentials behind my name. It's because I actually want to be good at this. And I know that I need clinical experiences that keep stretching me. So now, y'all know I'm working for a different hospice company that compensates me significantly better. So financially, I don't really need this PRN job anymore. And yet, I'm still here. Because the hospital gives me opportunities to practice parts of chaplaincy that I simply wouldn't encounter regularly in hospice. And the bonus is today, I was reminded why that matters. I thought I was keeping this job because I wanted to keep my clinical skills sharp. And I do. But sometimes God will put you in a room and remind you, this isn't just about building your skill set. Sometimes you're there because a room full of children needs somebody who will take their spiritual lives seriously. Somebody who's not going to preach at them. Somebody who won't dismiss them because they're children. Somebody who will listen. And when they ask, somebody who will pray. And that, my loves, is exactly why I became a chaplain. If you're new around here, my name is Leslie. I create videos, take you on my journey, videos that I wish existed when I first became a chaplain. Like, comment, share, all the things, so that we can keep pushing these videos out to other aspiring chaplains. Until next time, grace and peace.